Hey friends, it's Gwenting here, and it's time for us to have a chat. I'm not leaving Gwent or anything, and this isn't gonna be a melodramatic video by any means. We're gonna make a deck here, we're gonna have some fun, but I just wanted to get a few things straight. So, number one, this is not my full-time job, and I have immense respect for the people for whom it is. Watch them, follow them, support them, send them nice thoughts and vibes. Almost everyone in the Gwent community are some good people trying to do some good things. And candidly, a very small video game community that requires an immense learning curve. It's really, really difficult for new players to learn. And retention is really pretty bad, candidly. It's a rough time for Gwent right now. And I don't get the sense that the devs really comprehend the enormity of the issue. I feel like there's a certain number of creators that they interact with, and those are kind of the only people that they really interact with. I feel like before COVID, they were starting to kind of push their boundaries and open up more. And COVID really set everything back. So who knows when the pandemic will end? But this latest expansion, I've shared my thoughts on this many times, but this 3-part expansion was not, it was very disjointed. It led to certain factions being OP at certain times during this release schedule, and the other factions being essentially unplayable. Northern Realms and Skellige are 2 really good examples, like really pretty unplayable for parts 1 and 2. If you've watched me, you know that I love Melusine. I loved playing Melusine because Melusine is just a fun, really interesting card to play, and that Bride of the Sea had some really good synergy with her. But she didn't come around until the second piece. And it's been several months. I was chatting with some people online. I think we've forgotten that it's been, since release started on this, it's been about 5 months, maybe even 6 months now, where they first started previewing cards. It's taken a long time for them to give us these cards. I think I would be okay with this 3-part expansion if it happened over 3 seasons in a row. No spaces, no gaps. The gaps had very little tuning. There were no reworks. A lot of us really wanted some reworks to cards. Most of the reworks happened during one of those tranches, one of the 3 releases, and they were pretty lackluster as well. I didn't feel like any cards were playable or any were unplayable. So I made a video, and I'm gonna be releasing that probably tomorrow. And I did it before this 3rd part of the expansion. I don't think the 3rd part of the expansion changes anything, but I just haven't had time to even post the video that I spent a lot of time making. I actually made some good quality content about what I thought the best and worst cards were, thoughts for the devs on where that's trending, and an unpopular opinion that many of you won't share about the need for some power creep for really good cards. There just aren't a lot of really good, easy to understand cards that are just good in any scenario that new players can play. And I think that it's become such an echo chamber for those of us who have played this game for a long time that love Devotion, for example. That Devotion feels like a really good trigger because it has pros and cons. But Devotion is really difficult to do when you're a new player. Extremely difficult to do. And it's even more difficult to get a winning deck out of it. Devotion is basically a card requirement that says have all of the cards of this faction so that you can have this devotion required card, or this devotion archetype for this card, playable at all times of the meta. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys just want to watch Gwent, and we're going to get to that, but I just think some of these things need to be said. Now, as to me, just a little bit of background on me and how my workflow goes with Gwent. So number one, I've started covering another game on another channel, Marvel Future Revolution, which I just enjoy playing more, candidly. It's just a more enjoyable game that I can play in bed or while I'm watching a TV show that I can do passively. With like a bit of crunch time focus and strategy. This is not an ad for that, but it just is taking up more of my free time. Secondly, here in the States, a lot of us feel like we're back in pandemic mode again, or have been for like the last 2 months. So that's why some of mine has come off. As part of pandemic mode, I've been playing more games with my brothers, which I've really, really enjoyed. And that's just left less time for me to do Gwent. On top of all of that, or rather maybe at the bottom, work has been really busy for me. The thing I tell people is, like, if you go to read some news article on American politics and it seems really crazy, that means that my work life is pretty crazy. So I just don't have a lot of time. Like, I haven't even had time to do lunchtime streams, or lunchtime recordings even, not even like a quick recording. I just haven't had time to do that stuff during some downtime for myself. And then my wife has been really busy, so she just has published another book. She just got monetized on YouTube for her. She does watercolor art. She's an artist. She does watercolor classes. She does one-offs, special commissions, etc. And I, as she gets busy, I try to be a supportive spouse and watch our son and take care of other household chores like the laundry and cooking and stuff like that. So my life has just been busy, and none of that is to say like feel bad for me or even that it excuses my behavior and not posting videos. I just want you guys to know that's what's going on. I very much try to be an open book and just try to tell you guys openly and honestly why I haven't been playing that much. And this is another reason why I just don't feel that much love towards Gwent right now. I don't feel like I need to do anything. Like, look at all these kegs. I have no incentive to open up any of these except for the ultimates because I'm still missing some premiums. Like, these are useless to me. These are just scraps. Totally and purely scraps. And with new expansions coming out with all of the premiums, which I do like. I do think if I'm spending a bunch of money, I should get the premium version of your cards. Even with that, it just doesn't seem like I care all that much. I don't know. I don't really have a good way to describe that. But we'll pop open the premium case as well. Yay, we get all the avatars. Throne Witch is super creepy. The Brute looks like so serene here, but we know he's really just kind of a dick. Yeah, see, I love all of these. They look awesome. Vogue Fortune Renegade looks fun. Such a beautiful, interesting card. I don't know. I haven't even watched other people. I have read about one deck and one deck only, and that was Lionheart's Mage's deck, which looks just like a ton of fun, and turns out I like fun, so I might try that out. I gotta love how they have their HR director chained up. Somebody's gotta enjoy that. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just get through all of these. Yeah, meditating mages. We gotta give that a try. I like that we finally get incubi now. Maybe more playable than succubi. It would have been cool if succubi and incubi worked well together. Syndicate needs some love. Alright, so now I have 15 premium cards, premium kegs, for which I have no use. I mean, they promised us content creators that they'd give them to us, but none of us need them because we all buy the expansions. It's just a little weird. I'm not. Listen to me complain about getting free things. I would rather be able to. I think it would be much more fun if I could raffle them off to you guys. Like, I don't mind buying the expansion. Oh, see, and then just like defaults to your base kegs. I just don't need any of these. Oh, here we go. We did get a premium Karen, so that's cool. I don't know. I just, like, I want to feel more optimistic about things, but I want a signal from the devs that, like, they hear the concerns about new player retention. That they, like, I'm not even talking about any of the balance issues that are so controversial, like whether or not Nilfgaard should even be playable or not. And you know, a lot of people like Nilfgaard. Deal with it. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Well, let's jump in and let's play a game. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm doing. But it's Scoia'tael Saturday, so let's make a Scoia'tael deck. And if I was a betting man, I'm gonna think Invigorate's cool. So I want to use. His name reads as Torque, but in the, like, I've been listening to the books on tape, and he's a Torqua. I don't know. I just think it's super weird, but also hilarious all at the same time. Okay. I do think that this is like an interesting uptake, you know? Okay, so Villavandro. Let's just go for price of power here. Let's go like all in on price of power. Huh. Wish there was another way to tutor it out, but I'll try this. To my recollection, yeah, Watcher of the Valley. It's pretty dumb. I don't know. It just seems like the dumbest of all of them. I don't care about doing Venedra. We'll go for Seers. We'll go for Sorcery. Here, we'll do Orbs. Don't love Salve Demon Anandima. Don't love it. We'll just throw Megascopes in here and Teleportation, and I might trim them off at the end. Now with Elisa, she doesn't, like, she seems like she would be good with Orbs, but in the end, and this is kind of a fun thing to do. I don't really like walk through my thinking here, so just enjoy why I build a deck. I know a lot of people give you like a fully fledged deck, but not a lot of people walk you through their decision-making process when they build a brand new deck. So Orbs, while in graveyard, remove counter and then give it Doomed, right? So I could like put these back out of my graveyard with Alisa, but nah. Let's go for, I don't think we're going to be able to fit her, but I'm just going to throw her in. Alright. Easiest way to do this. Okay, so I have a couple of ideas. First off, why is Ithleen, she's 6'10", Triss is 5'9". Like, granted, I get to pick the card, but like, stupid. She should be 5'9" and still be able to pick the card because she's a devotion archetype, you know? It just, why? Why you do this to me? We'll go Circle of Life here. Frixinet really isn't as helpful because he only boosts the ones in your hand. We're going to go for Enchanted Armor. This card is boosted in your hand. Boost a random different unit in your hand by the same amount. This card always starts in your hand. Super excited about that. Okay, let's go for Aglais. I feel like she's just so many points we can't not do her. Honestly, this might be fine. Then let's just go for some nature cards. Alright, yeah. Let's now... Okay, so this is how I usually go through my deck. So just to kind of walk through my process and thinking on all this. I kind of just like add in everything that I would want. And then I go back through and I trim back everything. We're going to actually go for Sheldon as well here. Just so we have a couple of different targets. Although... Simulas... Philavandrel also works really well. So Francesca, you know, I don't really have like another one that I really care about playing. Like Bountiful Harvest and Orb of Insight are fine, but I don't really want them all that much. So we'll go ahead and put her back. But being able to get double Bountiful Harvest with Simulas and double Orb is actually like a really good set of options for us. So I'm quite happy with those. I otherwise have my neat package of hand boost going on for sorceresses. Sorceresses, Torqua, obviously, Sheldon Skaggs, Triss, Atheline. Triss is I probably don't need, but I have so many boost targets here with Philavandrel, Torqua, Sheldon, and Aglais that I'm kind of I'm fine with them. Like I'm fine holding Triss just because there's so many targets, and notably if it hits Torqua, it's just gonna be so much more boost value. I mean, he's gonna be massive. So let's go ahead and try that out. Also, we can use enchanted armor on him, and he starts out in our deck, by the way. Shh, don't tell anyone. We just have to go back down to devotion. So that's kind of the only thing that's plaguing us at this point. So devotion's out, and now we just need to trim another 4. Looks like Dryad's Caress will be on the chopping block. And I nominally would have liked having Force Protector in here, but I don't think we need it per se. We're not going for, like you can see we have 16 units, so I'm not going to go for Gord. Like Gord would play pretty well, but I just don't really want to do that right now. We're going to try this out instead. Yes, save the deck. I don't know. I always did that automatically before. That's weird. All right, let's try the. Let's just say like double boost. I don't know. I usually come up with my names before I even play it too. This is like very much under the hood. All of my thinking in one concrete shell. Now I'm at like rank 6. I just haven't cared. There's just been no reason to play. Like, getting new tunes is fine, but I have to enjoy playing the game in order to enjoy the new music. And candidly, I have to keep it down pretty low while I'm recording anyway, so it's only when I'm playing in bed, and my wife tells me to turn off my sound. So I'm just not doing it. What the heck? Come on, I thought I was being... Maybe somebody else just was really bought into Squirrel Saturdays. Okay, so basically the trick is we want one or the other one, right? And I actually think here we want double Bountiful Harvest just off the bat. Because, you know, fun times. Okay, we did get Torqua, which makes sense. I'm actually okay with the rest of this. I mean, maybe Nature's Rebuke we don't need 2 of, but I kind of want it just to clear off all of their engines from the beginning. The trick now is basically to get down... We'll try to get Dunka down with a boost. So I think he is... Oh, shoot! We got lucky here. I forgot I still have Triss. We need to cut out Triss as soon as we're done. So this is very lucky. It's a different card, so I can't say with any certainty what he'll do. Alright, let's just go for Atheline here, just because I know what it's doing. And we're just trying to get some boost onto Dunka with Torqua here. And we can drop this enchanted armor onto Torqua as well. Alright, we're just going to be removing all of this. Give him some more love. Sorceress isn't the worst option. Not my favorite, but it's not the worst. But we'll probably use a leader charge here in the other rounds, just because we don't have Aglais or... Fine. Let's go for the sorceress here. I have a couple reasons for that. I want to use her card to trigger, hopefully, what we get our some more Doublethon of sorceresses or whisperers. If we get double whisperers, we should be off to the races. But maybe we'll just save that for next round, actually, and here just go for Dunka. Dunka does have Veil, which is a little frustrating. But we might get the Purify. This isn't even a full clear. That's just like some average damage. We do need to boost her up with orbs, though. Would you like an arrow to the head instead? Alright, so now we have, you know, some better options. Oh, I really expected that to be Nature's Rebuke. Alright, well, she sticks, so that's good for her. Alright, let's push here a little bit. Let's go for this sorceress. And then we'll go for... I wish we had the Whisperer earlier, but that's fine. Go for sorceress here, Whisperer here. And again, just now it's Triss boosting Torqua for the next round, but now we have like a 17-point Torqua. Get wrecked, nerds! Alright, if we get a removal, we'll take it here. Oh, sure, we'll go for the Nature's Rebuke onto her. That's fine. I was hoping for another Orb of Insight, but now we can use this orb onto this one. This boost value is just so much. If this keeps hitting Torqua, it's 2 points of boost every time she goes. Absolute insanity. This deck is fun. Alright, we do need to trim Triss out of this deck, though. I think we'll swap Triss for... We could go for Salval. I can never say that card's name. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. It's the bleeding, which is a little weird. This is by the amount it's boosted, so you definitely would have wanted to hit Sorceress here. That's a little strange. I think we just want this Dunka off, actually, which feels like a little weird, but that's fine. And I think we go for Dryad's Caress. We don't have a... Oh, we do have a Dryad, yeah. So it's like 6 or 5 points. Well, there's Simlas here, actually. But let's take off Fob. That way they don't have a Dryad. And then we'll just take the extra boost value onto Athleen. And that should be enough. I think we're in a spot where we can kind of just pass here. We're just lucking out with all this boost value onto Torqua. But we have garnered so much boost value. It's honestly not funny. It's a little bit ridiculous at this point. All right, so I think we used both of them gone. Yep, so we're done with orbs now. So Elven Seer really isn't all that great. This is like a fine combo. I don't love it. I'm looking for a special card more. Okay, that's fine. Perfect! What more could you want from life? 15-point Triss Butterfly coming down. Holy crap. Oh, and he doesn't have the bonded on his jabronis here. He really, really, really wanted to bond it on these Watchers, I think. The bonded on those Watchers would have allowed him to just neuter this 25-point Torqua. Still no Aglais, so we'll just pass here. You know what maybe we'll do is go for like some kind of other thinning. Do need a little bit of a thinning package here. Is this enough? Just enough. Yeah, we did miss drawing into Filavandrel, which is a little annoying. Well, this isn't how I wanted it to go, but this works. I'll take one here. I think we've worked the system a little bit more than the opponent has here. Okay, now he's got to make a 14-point play. At this point, I'm just trying to preserve last say with Torqua. Circe's depressing value here. And now it's a 6-point play the opponent's got to make to top. They've already double boosted. So this comes down to a lean on the Torqua with Aglais, maybe? Don't want her. I mean, like, this could work. But it could also not work. I don't know. I mean, I have 5 units here. None of them are Aglais, which is what's giving me pause. Yeah, let's put her back. Okay, I like this more. It's on deploy, so... I have no idea how this will go, but we'll give it a try. That's fine. Go for Sorceress here. Come on. On the Torqua. Okay, 6 gives me of the field or whatever that is. Bountiful Harvest. Okay, and we want a leftmost. So let's do this first. Okay. Now you want to place it on leftmost. Okay, cool. We go for her. Unfortunately, we dropped the unit. We probably should have played Circle of Life first, but we are where we are now. Maybe Gourd? Anglice is a little weird. This might be like just enough for the opponent. Haha! Okay, we gotta fix the Triss issue. Maybe like a little bit more consistency would be nice. But I don't really know of a good way to get it because I don't want to do dwarves. And sentinels really aren't great here either. Let's see what we got. Spectre, while in your graveyard, remove a counter whenever you play a special card. When the counter reaches 0, send itself from a graveyard to the range row. And this is not like a doomed unit, so it can keep coming back. Oh, I guess it doesn't keep coming back. I guess it just comes back once, huh? Not great, like, just kind of a tall reach. I don't love it. Ooh. I might want synthesis actually. I might want sassy. I mean, we could do Figus as well, but I do think synthesis here makes a lot of sense. Let's do it. The reason I'm going for synthesis is because it's immune. And so all the hand boosts that we can give to synthesis, she's just gonna keep, and nobody will ever be able to touch her. So, here's hoping this works well. We're only gonna do 2 games today because I don't have infinite time, and we already gave you guys a super long thoughts on life and otherwise at the beginning. Okay. Oh, they have what's his face who goes directly into the graveyard. Okay, I've heard terrible things about this deck. Let's experience the misery firsthand, I guess. Okay. This deck is kind of the inverse of... Okay, I guess it's just gonna be orbs if we ever draw into our good friend Similas here. Maybe we should have gone for play a whatever from your deck. Okay, no reason to really sit on this. There's nobody that I'm like super eager to get down, so we'll just go ahead and use this on Torquil now. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping for a different outcome there, but we can go for Sorceress here. Then we can play Elven Sage next. I just want to try to get some boost value onto Dunka before she drops down. Too much hate on Skellige. Okay, no contest.
The elders must put a stop to this rebellion, else they will...
Okay, definitely orb. Obviously, having 2 orbs in my graveyard is pretty dope. Expecting Melusine here. I don't think any of these like move. Yeah. Unfortunate. Alright, let's go just for Dunka here. Would you like an arrow to the head instead? And here I could have used Leader to boost her, Torqua, Sheldon, Aglais, and Athleen. Okay, trick with Melusine is just don't give her time of day. She's just going to be too many points here. So we're just going to take the pass. Both of our orbs are set, ready to go. We're getting like some moderate hand boost. Not a ton, but like we got a couple of points. How many force the opponent to play one card? I don't know. Can't carry Heat Wave in this deck. Torqua really needs to be in hand. Okay. Okay. Let's put her back. Okay, there's an orb, but I really want my boy. Ah, I'm such luck. Yeah, I think we need Fauve in here and Nature's Call of Nature, whatever it is. Call of Nature. Need something else. Alright, there's one revive. They're really not intent on doing much about it. We probably should have boosted that. We have everything in hand that we want to boost at this point. There's no reason not to have boosted it. No reason to sit on this. Okay, him, her, him, and then her. All of our boost targets on one place. Let's go for it again. Him, her, him, her. Perfect. Then we're gonna go for a Athleen here. Just burst Torqua. Be cool if we could get more boost onto Sheldon here. Okay, we'll take the pass. Quite happy with that. Probably could have played the orb just so it was in the graveyard. But if I draw into Simloss, I won't be able to put the orb back. These really aren't as great against a long round Melusine. I know they're like good value, but they just are probably going to cause us more problems than they solve. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Perfect. All right, so now we want to create someone. And we'll do that through this. See what we get. Sorceress is probably the best option here. Basically like the only option. She's alone on a row, so it was a random unit, I think. But luckily it did go on to Torqua. Okay, they're 9, so if we double this up, we can get to them. Let's do this though.
At your age, at 2 centuries, you behaved like you were barely one.
That was fun. Oh, that's pretty shite. I mean, we could have gone for another orb because we get enough here, but I think we take what we can take at this point. Expect Sucrus? Like, the smart play here is Sucrus, but maybe they don't have it. These will go... they'll get an armor back because they're Berserk 6 right now, so... If nothing happens here, we'll just trade another Nature Rebuke and just clear them off. Fine. Doesn't really matter. Also, this is a 10 card round, so she's going to get almost all of this boost value. I was just really hoping to get Call of Harmony. I don't know why the word isn't coming to me. The one with the Dryad, kneeling. You know what I'm talking about. I know you guys know what I mean. Weird choice. Everybody gets to make choices. I think we're done with hand boosts at this point. If you could time the orbs with Sorceress onto Aglais, that would have been awesome. I probably should have thought about that, huh? Alright, well, I think we're kind of done with these. We could take Philavandrel at this point if we wanted. We only have 2, so it's got to be Shaping Nature. Just give it to Simlas. Bunch of points. Nice thing that we did here, we basically forced the opponent to take an extra 2 card plays before they drop Malacine, so they're gonna miss out on some of the boost value, some of the damage value out of Rain. That's the only good thing I could say. We do get 6 damage out of Sheldon, so we'll probably proc Nature's Rebuke here and then go for, yeah, even better. Even better. So this should keep it even, and we'll just trade Circle of Life, get the boost, clear them off, and then force down the Malacine at a kind of bad timing. So Malacine's got to go between these two. I don't understand this card at all. I guess it's just like a great sword, but queued purely to the damage value. Okay, so they do prevent some of this loss here. Good boost. I don't know why it's showing me magic. Like, what the heck? Oh, there we go. That was weird. I mean, we don't need it quite yet. I guess we can kill a Harpies this way, but let's just go for Synthesis this one. Skags just ends up being more damage value off the Rain, so. I gather the opponent isn't planning to play Bride of the Sea into Sigadrifa's right, which means they're probably not going to get Royagon and Malacine back, which is a little weird. Okay, I don't want this getting boosted or healed further, so let's just go ahead and take it off. Rain's gone now as well, so I don't have to worry about that being turned into Storm against the Sheldon. Malithales Melons. Such a pleasant thought. Melee? Why would you? Definitely should have put this on melee and then converted it next turn. I mean, maybe their plan is to just drop this. Super weird. Obviously, this goes to Aglais. No, it doesn't. Ah! Okay, well, if I lose by 3 points, that's why. That goes to Torqua, not Aglais. Man, I'm an idiot. We are where we are. Fukusa gets you back one of the 2. Don't get both. Drakkar? What the freak is happening? Okay, so you do get your 6. Okay, so a bunch of damage value out here. Alright, fair enough. Do 3 on each row. just don't understand why the opponent is playing around the... There's the storm. Pride of the Sea. I don't know. Okay, wow. Nice. Wow. Man, I think you can do that. You gotta have dagger, right? And I guess that's cool. Okay, all my mean things I said about those messengers is a lie. I didn't lose by 3 points, so I don't feel so bad about misplacing that, but holy crap. Yeah, that's gonna get hot fixed. They didn't even play their Melusine. Like, Melusine is like a false flag operation. Don't know how to describe that otherwise. Okay, so we win in the mirror. We get spanked by what I've heard from many people is hands down the best deck. Meditating Mages gets slapped by it, though Meditating Mages is the most fun to play. Those are the things I've heard. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you frustrated with my lack of output of videos, or has your interest in Gwent just kind of dwindled and once a week has been enough for you? Tell me what you're thinking. Until next time, good luck on the path. Get out there. Keep on Gwenting. Bye for now.